All right, welcome back to Some Kind of Fun. We're here today with Twin Cities rock legend and, more importantly to me, my friend, Robert Wilkinson. Robert, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah,
And it's great to be here, Paul. And how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I'm with friends, so
Yes,
that's good.
we're safe. We're with
We're
Fred.
set. So we obviously go back a long ways. At
Yes,
least we were in the same club a lot in
yes,
the late 70s, the Longhorn.
yes.
And I still see you play as often as possible now. And, it's been 45 plus years. So, how do you see the scene then, the scene now, and what's changing?
Um. Well, it's been a few years, and it's amazing to me to think that here we are sitting here still doing this. I was thinking about that the other day. How grateful I am that I'm still able to do this. And after 45, I mean, I've been playing, I say 50 years, but it's
Yeah,
been
I know.
more than that.
Yeah.
I start my career around 1970, but so it's amazing. A lot of it is still the same. We're still like those kids going out to the clubs, on the weekends to see our favorite bands and stuff at some of the clubs that were around back then, and we're still going to them. The Twin Cities has changed a lot over the years, and from the riots and COVID and stuff. But the one thing that hasn't changed is the strong, fierce, on fire music community. The scene today, it's fierce. It's great. It's strong. A lot of great spirits out there. A lot of up and comers. I just went to 7th Street and saw just a great band who I fell in love with, who I'd been hearing about for the past couple of years, and that's Loki's Folly. So here you have two sisters and a brother. I think she just turned 21. Annie, who plays guitar and vocals, and then there's Nissa on drums and Oscar on bass. These are amazing kids, and they are just, it's so cool to see these kids making such a great, beautiful noise that they are. And that gives us so much hope and promise that, yeah, there's a great future for our community. Our community is great as it is, but it's going to get stronger and stay great over the next few years.
Now, you just released an LP that had been recorded a long time ago.
Right.
So tell us about how that came about and
After the O's broke up in '87, Flamin' O's broke up. We all kind of went off to have families and raise kids and stuff like that. My first daughter was born in '88. My second daughter was born in '91. Allie was born in '88. Ava in '91. But I still wanted to play music, so I had a band with Bob Burns on keyboards, Ben Kaplan on drums, and a couple bass players that changed in the lineup. The first one was Gary Snow, and then Jody Ray stepped back in one incarnation of the band. It was just called the Robert Wilkinson Band, and we played around. And I was writing and stuff, and we had the opportunity to make a record with Blackberry Way Records, Mike Owens, and all those guys. So we made an album for them in '91. And due to whatever reasons, maybe financial, maybe changing the band lineup, something like that, it got shelved and it sat on the shelves for a while. And there really wasn't, I guess, any urgency to release it, and I wasn't going to press anybody to release it or anything like that. It was, I don't know, life moved on, and we got involved in other things, and so there it sat until recently. I was always hoping that it could be released because I thought it was a real solid album. I thought some of the songs were really solid and a little bit different than what I'd been writing before. And in the past couple of years, we had found a way to restore it, get this music, retrieve it, remix it. Mike did a remix, and then we sent it to Abbey Road to have it mastered, which is, yeah, right. It's not lost on
pretty
me.
cool.
How fucking cool that is. And the guy who mastered it was, of course, I can't remember his name right offhand, but he's been at Abbey Road for 40 years and has just done some amazing stuff. So worked with Bowie and just resume is just nuts. So it was really, really cool to have this guy master this record. And we just released it. We call it Lost and Found. I did the artwork on it, which is very quirky and fever dreamish and weird. But I like to think it adds kind of a cool personal touch to it. You know what I mean? So we were able to, restore it, have it mastered at Abbey Road. Got it back, and it is out and about now. We haven't really did a hard push on it yet, but we did kind of a soft release. But we have it at the shows, and you can get a CD. At this point in time, no vinyl, but we do have CDs, and of course, it's out there in the streaming and download other world, where you can also
Talk about the change to the scene.
talk about the landscape. Wow, and that's another wow.
Yeah.
Talk about Back then, it was well, of course, obviously no cell phones and things like that.
Yeah.
People actually had conversations on the telephone. You could call somebody and they'd answer and go, "You want to rehearse?" Yeah, and then we live at rehearsal spaces for days and days, and we all lived together and stuff like that. And then and of course now part of the landscape is the downloading and streaming and stuff. And that's cool because it reaches a lot of people that you might not otherwise reach. So unfortunately, even though the streaming services don't pay the artists what they should, you can still reach a lot of people worldwide, internationally, and I believe that's a good thing.
Yeah. So the last episode, we talked about the Flamin' making their 7th Street entry debut.
Yes.
And then, unfortunately, weather happened.
Thanks, universe. Thanks, Mother
So you'll
Nature.
be back. You've rescheduled into the Turf Club.
Yes.
And when is that exactly?
Tuesday night, March 21st. It's a school night, but don't be deterred. It's an early show. We have a really cool singer-songwriter from St. Paul named John Berg, who's opening, and he has a 3-piece band with Ryan Smith on bass. Ooh. Ryan, you might know from Melismatics and Soul Asylum. Awesome guy who's also mentoring Loki's Folly and played with them at 7th Street. And Ryan himself is an awesome musician, artist, and just a great guy. And also with John Berg is Peter Anderson on drums. And you know him from Run and Westy Run. And who are they? Another great talent and another awesome guy. So they start at 8 and the O's go on at 9, and it's a school night, but everybody can be home and in bed by at least 2 a.m. But
So-
we'll be done by 10:30.
So you're
No,
saying
but
every other night.
Yeah, right. So come on out. It's going to be great. It's our first show of the year, and I'm looking forward to playing with my amazing band and all the cool people I get to play with, and it's going to be great.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll try not to hurt you too bad.
I
but,
hope you do. I hope you hurt me real bad.
Well, you will go home tired and sweaty. So we'll all sleep good that night, except
Exactly.
me.
Yeah, I know.
Thank
I know. Future plans for upcoming recording?
I'd like to, but nothing in the plans at this point. I would like to make another album with the O's, and I'd like to do another solo album. So we'll see. I have a pile of songs sitting around at home, piles of paper, half songs here, half whole song here, and so I have to get organized and get them together. But yeah, I'd like to do some more recording in the future. So we'll see how that goes. Right now we're lining up gigs for the summer. It looks good. We got a July 1st at Hook and Ladder. We got Mears Park August 24th with Two Harbors and Chemistry Set. So things are shaping up, and it looks like it's going to be really fun. So at this point in time, I'm just trying to live and not lose my mind. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being here, Robert.
My pleasure. Yeah.
This was really, really fun.